today I'm going to show you a very amazing automation using which you can build your own AI writer using Google Forms, ChatGPT and this Google Drive application. So the idea here is I have created this AI writer form. Now read here, submit your topic and get your content ready in minutes. So whatever it is written here, it is absolutely correct. Simply provide the topic on which you want to prepare the content and get the content ready automatically in this Google Drive application. Basically, a draft will be created here in Google Docs application, that too automatically. Now to automate this whole process, firstly we will have to build a connection in our Google Forms, ChatGPT and this Google Drive application, which I will do with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software. And I am an existing user, so I am already logged in here. You can create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button. And in the free account, you will also get free tasks to test these kind of amazing automation. Now, once you will log in and reach out to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, click on this blue button that is create workflow and then provide a random name to your workflow to your automation. So I have directly pasted the name as Build AI Writer using Google Forms, OpenAI and Google Docs. Now it will ask you to select the folder in which you want to create your automation workflow. So I want to add this automation in this main workflow folder. So I have selected the same, clicking on create, and after that you will find 2 boxes. So these boxes are called as trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So whenever something happen in your first application, then automatically do this in your next application. Okay, so in this way you need to always choose your applications in this trigger and the action window in which you are building an automation. Okay, so according to our use case, I want that whenever any new topic is submitted via Google Forms application, then automatically generate an article on the very same topic using ChatGPT, or we can say OpenAI application. So searching for the same OpenAI in my action application. Further, I want that the same article, the same content should be drafted automatically in my Google Drive application. So searching for the same, that is Google Drive, and in this way by clicking on this plus icon you can add as many as action steps as you want, connect to different applications and automate the complex business processes. Okay, and now the idea here is I will be connecting these 3 applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let's first connect Google Forms with the Pabbly Connect, but before that I'm going to make a dummy submission. Okay, so what is today's topic? So write a story on dog. The dog name is Oreo and he is living with the family from last 2 years. I think this much description is enough. In fact, if I would have provided only this line, in such cases also the content creation is easy and possible. Okay, clicking on the submit button. Now coming back to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect and selecting the trigger event, that is new responses received. Okay, you can also read the instructions. Triggers when a form is submitted and a response is added as a new row in the sheet. And as soon as I selected the trigger event, you will find a webhook URL along with few set of instructions. So with the help of this URL only we are going to build this connection, and again instructions for the same are already given here. Okay, so copying this webhook URL and pasting into the spreadsheet which is associated with this particular Google Forms. Yes, in order to build a connection in this Google Form and Pabbly Connect, I will be using the spreadsheet which is associated with this. All right, I am creating a new spreadsheet. Okay, the spreadsheet is open and here I'm expecting the same form submission data which I have just provided by the form submission. Let me now correct the formatting of this spreadsheet so that you can see the data very clearly. All right, here we have the timestamp as well as the topic. Let me left align both the things, and I think now everything is looking good. How about I wrap this text, wrap this data so that it will be easier for me to read this data. Okay, now my spreadsheet is looking looking really good. Okay, so this is the submission, the first submission we have in this spreadsheet. Now you will have to copy this webhook URL and come back to this spreadsheet, and then you will have to click on this extension, add-ons, and then get add-ons, and here you will have to search for the same add-on, that is Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on. Okay, give me a second, let me minimize it so that I can show you this search bar clearly. Alright, this is the search bar and searching for the same, that is Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on, and you will notice that this add-on is already installed in my account. Okay, so that is why I'm closing it directly. Okay, now clicking on this extension once again, and you will have to firstly install this add-on, because after that you will have to open the same add-on from here only, that is this Pabbly Connect webhooks. Click on initial setup, and here exactly we will have to paste the same webhook URL which we have got via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let me come back, copy the same, coming back to my spreadsheet again, pasting the same, asking for the trigger column. So first read the instructions, that is the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. Okay, so it is asking to specify a column name on filling of which this automation should trigger. Okay, so currently I have a single column only in which I have the data, that is B. So I want that whenever my B column is filled, this automation should trigger. So that is why adding the trigger column as B only, clicking on this send test button, and as soon as I do that, you will notice that a response will be received here, and yes, the response is received. Let me show you the details one by one. Here you can find the same prompt, basically the same instruction. Write a story on dog. The dog name is Oreo and he is living with the family from last 2 years. Well, I'm really sorry for this spelling mistake. How about I correct it once again, or I can do one more thing. I can even correct the spelling in this spreadsheet only, and then I can resend this data. For that, I will have to click on this recapture webhook response button once again, opening this extension, opening this Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on once again, and clicking on the send test button once again, but just to make sure that the URL and trigger column should be added here. Okay, so how about I copy this once again and paste here. Give me a second, let me do the same. All right, trigger column will be B, clicking on send test, and you will notice that the correct response here will be received in few seconds. All right, now we have the correct response. Okay, we have the same prompt, we also have the same trigger column, that is B, we also have the time spent, the same spreadsheet name, and other details. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards, what will happen? Every time someone will submit our Google Forms, the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect instantly and automatically, because this trigger will instantly capture new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. Okay, so in this way, the first step of our automation is done. Now moving further, I'll show you how you can generate a content on the very same instruction. Okay, so the OpenAI application is already selected here. Even I'm already logged in here, and again it is my free account only. So you can also create a free account in OpenAI, or we can say in ChatGPT, and in the action event you will have to search for the ChatGPT only, which creates a completion for that chat message. Then click on connect, click on add a new connection, and for the connection it will ask you the token. Okay, so if you are already logged in the OpenAI application, you can directly click on this hyperlink and it will be redirect you to that specific place from where you can create a new secret key. Okay, I have already created 2 keys. Okay, so how about I use the existing key? In your case, if you are connecting this OpenAI with the Pabbly Connect for the first time, go with the new connection, generate the key and paste the same here. After that, click on save, and in this way your OpenAI account will be immediately connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now scrolling down, firstly it is asking to select the AI model, using which particular model you would like to generate the content. So because I'm using the free version, so I'll go with the 3.5 only, but if you have a paid account you can also go with the GPT-4. Alright, now it is asking for the prompt, which we have already captured as a response of our trigger step, as a response of our Google Forms step. Okay, and the interesting thing here is I don't need need to manually copy this prompt to this instruction and paste below again and again for every new form submission. I am going to map this prompt so that whenever a new form submission is received with a new prompt, the details will be replaced automatically when our automation will work in real time. And performing mapping is really simple. Click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Select that data and in this way it will be mapped. Clicking on this save and send test request button and you will notice that a response will be generated, and that response will consist of all the story related details. Okay, fingers crossed, waiting for the response. And here you can notice the response is received. Let me scroll down and directly show you the story. Alright, under this choices 0 message content, you can find the same story, that is Oreo was a beautiful black and white dog with floppy ears and wagging tail. He was adopted by a loving family 2 years ago and he had been living with them ever since. The family loved Oreo like he was one of their own. They took him for walks every day, played fetch with him in the park and gave him lots of tasty treats. Okay, so did you notice what an interesting and a short story has been generated automatically using this OpenAI application? So in this way, the second step of our automation is also done. Now moving further, I'll show you how you can automatically draft this content in Google Docs application. So for that, I have already selected the Google Drive. Now you will have to select the action event, that is create a file in a specific folder, because I want to create all the files in this folder only. So I have selected the same action event, clicking on connect, clicking on add a new connection, and if you are connecting Google Drive with Pabbly Connect for the first time, directly click on the sign in with Google and provide the access of your Google Drive account. Okay, but because I have already provided this access, I am using the existing connection. And don't worry, Pabbly Connect is 100% safe. Your data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. Clicking on the save button, and in this way my Google Drive account will be also connected with Pabbly Connect. And now it is asking for the folder in which you want to create the article, create the draft. Okay, so whatever the folders are already available in my Google Drive account have started visible here. So I will be selecting this all articles folder. So the same has got selected automatically, and now it is asking for the file name. So what file name I can provide from here? So how about I capture this today's topic only, because other than this I do not have any such data. But here I can give you a small suggestion. What you can do is, while creating your Google Forms, you can add 2 fields in your Google Forms. One is for the instruction of the article and another one is for the title of your article, title of your story. So what we can do is, we can directly map that title at the time of document creation. I hope you have understood, but for now I am taking an example of this only. I am adding all the instructions only as a file name, and in the file type, of course, it is going to be document. Clicking on this button, save and send test request, waiting for the response to receive, waiting for the Google Docs to be created automatically. So here you can notice a response is received. Going back to my Google Drive, and did you notice how a blank document has been generated on the very same title? Basically with the very same title, write a story on dog. Okay, so in this way the third step of our automation is done. And the last step of our automation is to add the very same content in this Google Docs automatically. For that, I will be clicking on this plus icon once again and will search for the Google Drive step once again. Or I can also do one more thing. I don't need to connect this Google Drive once again from scratch. I can simply click on this 3 dots, copy this step, then again I can click on this 3 dots and paste the same step, and you will notice that the same step will be pasted here automatically. Basically the same step will be cloned here automatically. So how about I delete that new extra step, and before I do any connection, firstly I'm going to rename this particular step in order to avoid any kind of confusion. So how about I add the name as update the content. Okay, correcting the spelling, and now the name is looking good. Clicking on update, and in this way Google Drive application will be connected with Pabbly Connect once again. Well, I think it is already connected because we have cloned the above step. Okay, so the action event selected is same, so I just need to change this action event, that is upload our content, or we can say update the file. Okay, give me a second. All right, update content in the file. This is going to be the action event. Then clicking on connect, clicking on save, and in this way my Google Drive account will be immediately connected with Pabbly Connect, and it is asking that in which particular file you want to update the content. So if I will select any file from this drop down, what will happen? The details will remain same, it will not be changed. Basically every time the content will be added in the same file only. So that is why I will have to map the ID of the file instead of selecting from the drop down. For that I have firstly enabled that mapping button, removing this existing ID, and from this drop down only I am going to map the ID of the file which I have just created from my previous step. Alright, it is done, and again telling you whatever the details we will map here will be replaced automatically when our automation will work in real time, but whatever the details we will provide here manually will remain same. Asking for the file content which I am going to map, well, I'm really sorry for that, which I am going to map from this drop down, and here we have the content. Clicking on this button, save and send test request, waiting for the response to receive. If that response is positive, that means the content will be added here automatically. And did you notice the content is already there and it is the same content. Okay, so in this way you can create an AI writer using Google Forms, ChatGPT and Google Drive application with the help of Pabbly Connect. Okay, so now onwards what will happen? Every time someone will submit this form, a document will be generated automatically in this Google Drive folder along with a nice, unique and a fresh content. And here I would like to tell you one more very important thing. If you want this automation to work in real time automatically, you will have to enable this option, that is the send on event. If you will click on that option, you will notice that a tick mark will be added. So this ensures that every time a new data is added, a new row is added in spreadsheet, the details will be sent to Pabbly Connect automatically. And another important thing I would like to tell you is whenever you connect to Google Form or Google Sheet with the Pabbly Connect, make sure that multiple Gmail accounts should not be logged in the same tab, or you should work in the incognito window. Okay, I'm repeating this thing once again, either you should work in the incognito window or multiple Gmail accounts should not be logged in at the same tab in the same tab. And once this automation is ready inside Pabbly Connect, after that you can sit back and relax because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. You can even close this automation workflow, you can even close this Pabbly Connect. Okay, and just in case if you want to access this 4-step automation workflow inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of my automation workflow into the description box. So click on this link, sign up for free into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access the same workflow inside your own Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.